everybody, my name is Kate and today I'm going to show you how to paint a denim jacket. Now, I don't really consider myself a painter, but today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks about how to paint a denim jacket even if you don't consider yourself a painter. So the first thing you want to do is tape up your jacket. Get those edges nice and crisp. You just don't want the paint to overflow to an area that you don't want it. What I recommend is using painter's tape. I will put the link in the description below of what tape I used. But this type of tape is easy to lift off at the end, and it's a nice looking piece of tape. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Once you have all your tape down, you want to paint your section that you're going to be painting on fully white. Now, not everyone does this, but I think that this is one of the helpful tips because when you're painting, the white will help the colors to really pop. When it's painted white, it's as if you're painting on a white canvas, so the colors just pop more. It's a little bit easier to fill in some of the colors later, so I recommend doing this. And once you paint the whole thing white, just leave it to dry for as long as you can and make sure it is fully dry before you continue on. Now, let's say you're not exactly a painter, but you know an image you want to paint. Find that image online and put it on your computer screen. The next thing you want to do is lay tape across your computer screen. Do this lightly, don't hurt your computer. But each time you put a piece of tape, you want the second piece of tape to lightly cover the first piece of tape that you put down. This way, at the end, when you cover the whole screen, you can lift up the tape easier. What you then want to do is outline the image that you want. So for this, I am outlining the cat as best I can. It doesn't need to be perfect, but try to do the best you can. The next thing you want to do is cut out the outline of your image. I used a box cutter for this, but you can also use a scissors. I think a scissors would have been easier in the end, but if there's a lot of details like I had, then I recommend using a box cutter. You should do this on some type of cutting board. I had a box under this, so it's not right on the denim jacket. It's on a white box. Once you have your outline cut out, put it on the jacket where you want the image to be. Next, you want to outline your taped piece onto the jacket, so lightly take a pencil and trace around the tape that you just cut out. In retrospect, I could have just printed out the picture, cut it out, put it on the jacket, and outline that, but I didn't do that, so you might want to try that. The next thing I did was just kind of fill in the inside of the image, putting in the nose. I traced the nose a little bit. I looked at the picture from online and I just put in the details. Once I had a full outline of my cat that I wanted to put down, just to kind of clear outline, I added the little feet. It was the best I could do at this point. I went on to the painting. The best trick I have for painting, specifically a cat, was taking different shades of the same color. So I took different types of gray and I put it on the cat. So I had a darker gray and then I went in with a lighter gray and I put in some white. I think that using different shades of the same color just helps in making something pop more, adding a little bit of dimension to the piece. Again, not exactly a painter, but just having different shades of gray and kind of going ham, not really having a specific way I was going to do it, but kind of knowing what I wanted. It still turned out okay, and it was just a simple solution to creating dimension to the piece. Once I had the whole cat painted in different shades of gray and outlined different parts of the cat in darker gray, like the paws and the ears, I went in to do the details such as the eyes. So that I just used a thin black paint. For this, I recommend getting different types of brushes, smaller and bigger ones. I'll put a link in the description below of the different brushes I had. Again, just adding little details to the cat, such as darker spots, a little bit of stripes here and there, trying to make the cat look a little cute. I think I like him. What should I name him? What should I name this cat? He's just chilling there. I don't know. What do you guys think? What should I name this cat? Then I just went in and added some pink to the paws and the nose, added a little pizzazz to the cutie. For the cat's eyes, I did a black semicircle, and then I added white for some pupils just to make him glow a little bit, make him look so cute. Next, I just colored in the rope he was hanging on brown. Then it was time for the background, so I painted the whole thing, waited for it to dry, and then did some clouds. The next trick I have for you is lettering. For lettering, I recommend getting stencils. I have a Martha Stewart stencil collection that I got from Michaels. Again, the link will be in the description. For the stencils, what you do is you place it down and then you paint over them in any color you want. I wasn't too careful when painting in the letters. I didn't really care if it was that crisp, but the more careful you are, the more crisp the letters will be. One trick I have for the letters is I recommend painting the letter one color. As you can see, I'm painting the I in a yellow. You wait for that to dry. Then you put the letter back on the placement of the I, but you shift it over slightly to the left or the right, depending on the look you want. You paint that letter with a different coloring, and then when you take it off, it looks like a 3D lettering. So you've created a shadow under the letter. So with the I, you can see it's orange on the top and yellow at the bottom. I really think it looks cool. I did the same thing with the N. For the word there, I just did different techniques where I added some dots to the lettering. I changed up the font for each letter. Lastly, I wanted to do something cool at the bottom, so I just freehanded a picture of flowers. The first flower I painted was a sunflower. Some tricks for the sunflower is to create dimension in the petals. You can use a brown to shade the petals, so putting brown on one side of the petals and then blending it out. Again, I'm not a painter, but these were tricks that I found that made my sunflower look better than what I originally had thought it would be. I then did different types of flowers. As you can see, for the second flower, I did more of a tiger lily. The third flower was just a random flower, and I added lilies and another sunflower. I also added a little bee and a little butterfly so they could just fly in the air together and look really cute. So this was my whole jacket. I hope you enjoyed. I really love how it turned out. Again, I am not a painter. I'm not trained in painting, but even so, using some of the tricks that I used, like the lettering and the shading for the leaf and kind of taking a picture that inspires you and cutting it out and tracing it, all helped me to create a jacket that I was proud of and I am excited to wear in the future. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.